In this episode, we get all the electrics working while we're still waiting for more and more parts. How annoying is that? Okay, legends, let's crack into it. Okay, so we're back doing Postie bike stuff, which is good. I mean, I've done something else in the background. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not in the video or in the shot, but we've got a video coming up on that too. So, finally had some parts turn up for the Postie bike. So, complete set of factory plastics. So, the down tube one, which came with official Honda stickers to put on it, but I'm not sure whether I put them on or not. And of course all the side cover ones, and I'll put my Australia Post sticker on there. I mean, on that one. The airbox side, I had to make a smaller one for it, so that's it there. And the new ignition, seeing as how the key in the old ignition was a little bit sort of how's your father, but believe it or not, right? So here's the battery out of the Postie bike. I cannot get one of these in cans. Apparently no one has one. I get it, they're small and they're not exactly the world's biggest battery for a 12-volt battery, but it's pretty disappointing that I've got to chase one of them up on the internet still. So that I'm still waiting for, and I'm also still waiting for the front sprocket for the engine so that I can put the chain on the P80, which is a brand new chain. And then, things I've only got left to do now is obviously swap the ignition out, put all the plastics on, and put the new battery in when I get that. And we should be able to get it up and running, at least. So at least that way. And I've still in the background, still been chasing some other parts and stuff. So this one comes with a full wiring limb off Pete, so I was pretty lucky there. But I managed to chase up another main harness for the other bike, so that way when it comes time to doing that, I can not have to strip this thing completely and to put it all in there. So I'll just be able to put all that into there, and then maybe swap stuff like the forks and the wheels over onto that. So that's all that it is. But yeah, so we'll keep cracking on and trying to get all this stuff put on. And yeah, even though the battery's not here, I might tuck the main wiring harness back in just for the time being so I can put the cover on and we can go from there. Okay, so as you can tell, I've got the down tube on, battery cover, and the battery's not in there, I've just tucked everything away for the time being. As you can see, got the Flash Australia Post sticker on there that I made. Still undecided yet whether to stick the Honda stickers on there or not. I mean, probably should, but I'm not unsure at the moment, but leaving it on there now. Also the airbox setup, I've made a small Australia Post sticker for that one because there wasn't quite enough room to stick the big one on. But I'm thinking about doing away with this. So what I was going to do is just run an air filter, one with a pod filter on the carby, and probably do away with this, but I'd still probably mount it on there. The only problem is the way it all mounts up is through the air filter in the centre. So yeah, unsure as of yet, but could just run a little potty on it and then just maybe even potentially leave this off, or just bolt that cover on and then not the back piece because that's where the thing goes in. But I don't know, we'll work something out for that. But got the new ignition switch in, so pretty cool, comes with 2 keys. So yeah, like I said, now things I've got left to chase down, still waiting on an indicator store, believe it or not. Got the chain, just need that front sprocket for it, and then I've got to put the foot pegs on. Because I bought essentially 2 parts bikes, I'm waiting on, trying to chase down what bolts are what. It's obviously got a heap of non-factory bolts in it right now, but I mean, it's kind of very hard. They don't make a bolt kit for this, whereas if you go and buy yourself, depending on what type of dirt bike it is, you can go and get a complete bulk kit for it. So yeah, it's, I don't know, that part is pretty annoying, but I'm pretty much at the stage now, if I can get that front sprocket on it and get a battery, I will be able to see how well this engine runs and then what I need to do to actually fix it. But indicator actually still works, even though it's flopping around. But I mean, everything right now works, well, in theory anyway. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, I've been waiting on parts, and that's the thing that kills me. I'm going to try again probably tomorrow afternoon to try and chase down a battery for it. But I've been to most battery places here in Cairns and most auto shops and stuff that sell batteries, and yeah, kind of haven't had much joy. But this year's, haven't painted this frame. I want to blow it all apart at some stage and paint this frame and this swing arm and everything as well. But yeah, chase up 2 fuel lines as well. Battery, front sprocket, indicator, no mirror. Postman fucking Petty Graham's got another mirror for me anyway, so I'm going to try and hit him up about that and see if I can get out there and get it. But that's pretty much where we're at. And then that's when we'll be able to start modifying this other frame. So I've got all the steel and everything here from leftover from the couch build that I'm going to use to try and mock up the fender and start cutting that out and yeah, go from there. Okay, so back in the car, hunting around. Now, again, tried just about everywhere in Cairns again, even new places today for a battery for this Postie bike. I still can't believe that here in Cairns you can't get a battery for it. It's ridiculous. But next mission we're on to is missing a whole heap of bolts, and slowly but surely some of the stuff's coming in, and then, you know, I'm chasing down bolts. So right now I'm going to chase down some more bolts to mount the foot peg bar and the 4 bolts that go in the bash guard for the engine. So we'll go from there. Yeah, apart from that, we're getting ridiculously close to having this thing running. So I'm going to go and get some stuff tomorrow for it. Fingers crossed. A battery. Definitely some oil and stuff to service this thing. God knows how long this oil's been in there for, and I'd just rather change it before I run it. And yeah, we can move on from there. So slowly we're getting there. I've got to make a decision now on if I'm just running a pod filter and then I don't run all the left-hand side plastics, which is going to potentially look a bit odd. But yeah, I guess we'll see from there. Yeah, that's about it really. We're kind of cracking along. Need front sprocket, still waiting on that. Still waiting on the indicator store. That was like a whole $7. That includes postage. That should have been here 4 days ago now, but just magically still hasn't shown up. Oh well, we'll go from there. Alright, so we're on our way to Bunnings and see if we can track down some more bloody bolts. I mean, I say it like it's a real pain in the arse to have to go to Bunnings. I mean, I love going there. Every time I go there, I end up with something new that I don't want anyway. But yeah, alright, we'll go from there. Okay, so the journey for more bolts has happened. And as per normal with me going to Bunnings, ended up buying shit I didn't need. So yeah, got me some M8 bolts. Retractable card holder, I need that for something else. And don't know why, but a center punch. Look at me go. Yeah, so I've also found the actual correct paint code for the CT110 as well, which is R110, Monza Red, if any of you players out there are interested in that, or knowing that tidbit of information. So, in my trek tomorrow for track and get a battery, I'm going to see if I can get some paint mixed up at Super Cheap, so whether they'll actually do it for I know they do it for cars and stuff, obviously you've seen in my other videos, but I wonder if they'll do it for a motorbike. I wonder if that's something they can actually do. So we'll see about that tomorrow as well. So that should be good. Alright, off home now to hopefully not have to cut some more bolts up to slam them in. Hopefully get some of these bolts in and get some more stuff bolted together while we wait for more parts. everyone, welcome back. So, finally managed to get some stuff turned up. So, got myself a flash mirror, so we can replace that. Front sprocket with a retainer plate, front sprocket was easy to get, retainer plate not so much. Airbox parts so that we can take some of the bolts out and then actually secure this airbox on properly. Finally got a battery. Believe it or not, there was actually a battery in cans. It took me like 8 places to go and find one. And so now that we've got front sprocket, we can put the chain on. Yeah, I am going to put the Honda stickers on, I've decided, so we'll go and put them on in a minute. And yeah, we'll sort of move into it. I've got the side stand on it now, obviously because we're sitting on it, but it doesn't have a spring on it, so we'll do that. Lastly, a heap of bolts here so that we can drop on the ground. But we can now bolt the foot pegs, and then the other bolts will go through the bash plate on there, and it'll also give us one of them will give up their nut and the compression washer. I'm actually going on the stock pipe on it, I've decided. So we'll put that all on there and go from there. All of a sudden I don't feel so bad about that fucking mirror. Ew, let's put our brand new one on. Oh, yes, the best fit ever. None of the threads are like absolutely gaffed in this at all. Woo. Wow, that's hands down one of the most annoying noises ever. Cool. About the only thing that doesn't work with the wiring so far, the neutral selector works, is the headlight for some reason. So I wonder whether it's, you've got to have it running for the headlight, not too sure, but without any fuel, we're obviously not going to get that done. So what I've done now is I've got it so that mirror's on. Our front sprocket retaining plate, too small. Don't know how that's happened, so that was the only one they had too, so I'm going to have to try and chase that up. So right now we're still chainless, as you can tell. Our flash ass chain is still there. But we've got the fuel tank off as well so that I can chase down some fuel line. And got the pipe on. I need a front sprocket cover as well. But yeah, I don't really know how that's going to go. Apparently they're super rare and super hard to get. So I guess we'll find out. But probably one of the other things I did, whether you'll be able to see it or not, Honda stickers are on now. In the down tube. So, and I also forgot to mention earlier too, in today's hoard of things that we managed to get, Postie bike red, or Monza red as it's called. So that's going to be for the other frame once I've finished obviously cutting it up and stuff like that. This one's actually not too bad paint wise and stuff, so I mean, I guess it is what it is, but yeah. Again, gonna have to wait on parts and stuff like that. So this is really starting to drag out and be annoying, but it's pretty much at the point now, if I can chase down these fuel lines and bung some fuel in it, I'll be able to at least get it to run. So at least that's promising. So yeah, we'll keep cracking on. Okay, so got the fuel lines on, all the ignition system's done, it's all wired. Guess it's time to put some fuel in it. Check whether we've got any fuel leaks, because that would be kind of handy. Okay, so far so good. Right, the fuel tank's just sat there for the time being. I haven't bothered bolting it on. All right. Okay. Turn the fuel on. Choke on. Okay, so that's the plug I pulled out of it. It's fairly black. Kind of leads me towards the fact that it's had very, very piss poor spark, or very little spark at all. It's just carboned over like that. So we'll keep that one, but we tried the new plug and just did a test on it, and there's no spark. So we're going to have to try and work out. I'm going to have to try and work out why there's no spark now. It seems pretty weird. Pete did say it ran, so it just didn't run very well. Judging by that plug, I can tell it didn't run very well, but now I'm going to go back through everything, all the wiring and stuff, and make sure I have wired it up correctly and haven't missed anything. So yeah, a little bit bummed, but it is what it is. I mean, not a lot I can do about it. So, good news is, still got the fuel system done now. Might pull that carby back off again and maybe play with that again. Close, very close. Yeah, pull it apart and go from there. Okay, that's probably going to be the end for this one. Again, we're still waiting on parts. Now I've got a spark issue. Got to try and track that down as well. The bike's pretty much almost complete. It's just small things that I'm missing now. So still an indicator stalk that's, I still don't get how that's taken almost 3 weeks to get here. The front sprocket locating tab, that's missing, so I can't put the chain on it. All the plastics are here now. Only other thing I'm chasing now is some airbox pieces as well. But that's it. I've now just got to sort out this lack of spark issue, and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, cheers.